నమస్తే. సర్వే జనాః సుఖినో భవంతు. అందరూ బాగుండాలి, అందులో మనం ఉండాలి. దానిలో భాగంగా టుడే ఐ బ్రింగ్ వన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్, అవేర్నెస్ ఆన్ OBE, that is outcome based education and attainment process. Keeping NAC or NBA in mind, they are focusing maximum on this outcome based education and this attainment process. Attainment nearly 175 plus 75, 250 marks are involved in this entire attainment process. So every faculty member compulsorily should have a awareness on entire process. So keeping this in mind, I am making this video. So all of you please watch without any tensions in the mind till the end. If there are any doubts, always please send in the comments. So let me proceed. What are the advantages of this outcome based education? One is helps in attain career oriented knowledge. This is one. Second, clearly outlines the learning expectancy. So they know what they are going to study. Encourages critical thinking, problem solving, independent learning. These are another important keywords. Nurtures lifelong learning skills. After BTech, they should be able to learn on their own. So that is another plus point. Promotes a student-centered approach to learning. Student-centered approach. Not teacher-centered, it's a student-centered approach. Enhances the relevance of education to real-world situations. Whatever subjects they are studying, they should know how to correlate to real-world situations. Increase the transparency and accountability. So these are some of the advantages of outcome-based education. What are the main components of outcome-based education? One is important vision. Vision is a single statement. Mission is a multiple statements to meet or to implement the vision. The vision and mission are there for institution level as well as department level. Next, PEOs, program educational objectives. These are written by department, keeping POs and PSOs in mind. There are 5 PEOs. We write 5 PEOs. Then POs, program outcomes. Program means here branch. There are 12 POs which contain 12 attributes. Begin with one is engineering knowledge, problem analysis, design of solutions, conduct investigation of complex problems, modern tool usage, engineer and society, environment and sustainability, ethics, individual and teamwork, communication, project management and finance, lifelong learning. These are the 12 keywords. We call them as attributes. They are decided by the board, not by any institution. These POs are fixed, department not permitted to change. Next, PSOs, program specific outcomes. Department can write some more PSOs if above 12 POs are not sufficient. So these 12 attributes, if college not happy or if they have some more attributes are pending, then they can go for 2 or 3 PSOs. However, department can go for it. PSOs are not mandatory, however, department can go for it provided a proper attainment process is available. So in EC department, we have written PSO1 as research activity, PSO2 as professional outlook. Then coming to COs, course outcomes. Course means here subject. Each subject number of COs can be 5 to 6. COs cannot be written unit wise, but in few subjects that may be allowed. In general, we cannot write unit wise. If in any subject, this is rare situation. If every unit is an independent, no correlation among the units, all 5 different topics, different units. In that case, 5 COs as per the unit wise we can write, but in general majority of the subject this will not happen. COs cannot be written based on Bloom's taxonomy levels like CO1 remembering, CO2 understanding, like that we can't write. Better 2 to 3 faculty who taught more times can write. So these COs should not be written by single faculty, 2 or 3 faculty understand, then write. While writing COs, some of the Bloom's taxonomy key verbs can be used. Basically, Bloom's taxonomy key verbs are used while setting the question paper. Maximum those key verbs are used in question paper, but some are used when we are writing COs. Use measurable key verbs. Word like understand not allowed. So below is the table for key verbs based on Bloom's taxonomy levels. So these are the 6 levels: remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluate, create. So remembering and understanding, applying, up some extent of analysis. We teach in the classroom some extent of analysis and evaluate and create. They develop these skills with the help of implementation of the project or in the form of research if they involve. They reach these levels. So in remember, these are the key verbs. In understand, these are the key verbs. And there may be some verbs may be repeated in under remember as well as understand. Don't worry. And don't think that a keyword here analyze is there, because in the question paper word analyze is there, it comes under analysis. No, not necessary. It is only a level. Question paper setter knows this is level 1, level 2, level 3 and so on. Just because in the question analyze is there, it comes under analysis or level 4. It cannot be like that. So these key verbs helpful some extent. Don't just go by mucky to mucky. Next, another important is COPO correlation table. It is important as this is connected to POs attainment. While preparing this, understand the meaning of POs. So all 12 POs, what is the attribute, then expansion of that also given, understand the meaning, then only you can write. So if your subject is less correlated, select 1, medium correlated, select 2, high correlation, select 3, no correlation, put dash or 0. Take average of cell entries. So when you are preparing, you are putting numbers, wherever you enter, those average only you take it. If average is coming around 2.1, make it 3, 2.5 also 3, 2.9 also 3. So it's rounded to next integer number. If your subject play a major role to, example, lifelong learning, that comes under 12 to attribute, means helpful to learn new things after graduation, then select 3. Example, they study English in first year. This English with English knowledge after BTech or during BTech, lifelong, whatever they want to learn is useful. So in that sense, English comes under highly correlated for lifelong learning. So 3. Maths is also useful, 3. Digital image processing may be 1. If student work in the area of VLSI field, if they select, there may be more correlation like that. So there is no hard and rule, depending on the perception, depending on understanding. One think it is 2 level, one think it is only level of 1, and so on. So that's why we should go for an average of 3 teachers. That will give optimize the error. Through your subject, the student can investigate a solution to complex problems. This is another important PO attribute. If your subject, the student can achieve this, then that subject is correlated. Based on the correlation intensity, select the levels. This COPO correlation table should be prepared by 3 individual faculty who taught good number of times or who are teaching presently. Course coordinator will take the average of those 3 faculty correlation, and this will optimize the error. So this idea is recommended by recent NBA expert team member. How correlation is related to attainment. So these correlation numbers are directly related to attainment. That's why this COPO correlation table is very, very important. So this table will take care of everything. This side I have written correlation, this side I have written attainment. So how correlation is mapping to attainment is correlation by 3 into attainment. Example, correlation of 3. Attainment to 3. So 3 will come. Attainment 2, 2 will come. Attainment 1, 1 will come. If correlation is 2, attainment 3, then effectively 2 will come. 3 is reduced to 2, 2 is reduced to 1.33, 1 is reduced to 0.66. So 2/3 of attainment will be coming. If correlation is 1, 1/3 of attainment only will come. 1/3 of 3 is 1, 1/3 of 2 is 1.166, like that. So it will be further reducing. So same thing, if correlation is 3, then attainment remains same. If the correlation is 2, then attainment reduced by 2/3. If the correlation is 1, then attainment reduced by 1/3. Hence, no correlation is better than correlation of 1. It affects the PO attainment. Better avoid correlation of 1. So correlating COs, CO1, CO2, CO3, etc. to Bloom's taxonomy level is meaningless. Some people are doing this, correlating CO to BT level. CO concept is different, BT level concept is different. And even if you prepare CO1 reach it to this level and we are not using it, so hence it is meaningless, not useful anywhere in the process of attainment. So CO mapping to BT level is useless. This is another very, very important. What is the gap analysis for COs and POs? So it comes under criteria 7th in NBA. So this gap analysis is important. POs gap analysis is based on COs gap analysis. So COs gap analysis means faculty who are teaching, if their attainment is below, so that comes under gap analysis. So let us understand this. Let one of the PO attainment level is below target level. Let one of the PO attainment level is below target level. Out of 12, some POs may be below target, some may be above. So if it is below, why it is below, how you can increase, improve further next coming batches. So how that can be done? Identify what are the subjects correlated to this particular PO. Let 10 subjects are correlated. Then identify which subject's attainment level is below 1.5. This is 1.5 or 1 or whatever is. It is based on the, it's left to the department. So reasonably 1.5 is better. So if it is below 1.5, comes under low attainment, considering consolidation of internal and external attainments. Let 3 subjects identified as a attainment comes under less. So let 3 subjects attainment is less. Out of 10, 3 subjects attainment is less. Less means below 1.5. Then ask those 3 faculty members to identify the reasons for less attainment. What are the actions they can take to improve attainment? Let each faculty write 3 to 4 points. So each one, let us say 4 points. 3 faculty, they write 12 points. Out of 12, select the best 4 2 points. They are useful to write PO gap analysis. So this is something like a what is the problem they identified, how they overcome. So that kind of information we have to write under PO gap analysis. And whatever remedy you are taking is for next batch. It will be for next batch. So see that with the help of these gap analysis, next batch PO, those particular PO is improved. If it is improved, then these remedy actions are working. Otherwise, you have to think of what is the other remedy action we can implement. If all subjects CO attainment is above 1.5, but BO attainment is below target level. So we are not identifying any faculty, all are above 1.5, so then in that case what to do? Check correlation levels. If correlation levels, most of them are 1, even though attainment is better side, then that also reflect the PO attainment. So see that correlation numbers are around 2 and 3, not 1. This is another point. If there is no scope of already 2 or 3 are there correlations, attainment is also 1.5, still PO attainment is less means, then lastly we can also increase the PO attainment by workshops, guest lectures. You based on the PO, which PO is less, which PO attainment is less, accordingly plan a workshop or a guest lecture, etc. But need to conduct exam to participants, evaluate, then design the attainment process that you add it to PO, see that PO attainment is improved. This will be applied to the next batch. In which case PO attainment is less, that cannot be applied on this. So it's a next junior batch. Do these things and see that it will be improved. So that is the idea of or concept of PO gap analysis based on CO gap analysis. So this will give a pictorial view of entire process how we do attainment. So first CO attainment, number of CO means subjects, subject 1, 2, 3 and so on. There are totally 40 subjects are there, approximately 4 years together. And each subject attainment containing internal exam, external exam. I am showing this for R20T R22 regulations, attainment process of EC department. So internal 40, so internal weightage is 40, external 60, weightage also we are taking 60. Like that all subjects attainment is done. This is for every subject. Then PO attainment is how PO, for example, out of these 40 subjects, some may be correlated to PO1, some may be correlated to PO2, some may be correlated to PSO1, PSO2 and so on. Maybe 10 subjects to PO1, maybe 5 subjects to PO2, maybe 8 subjects, maybe PSO1 and so on. So PO attainment is from the CO attainment, but PO attainment again contain 2 parts, direct attainment and indirect. Direct weightage is 80%, indirect weightage is 20%. Like that all POs attainment is done. Similarly PSO1, PSO2 attainment is also done. This PO attainment is for batch. Whatever batch 4 years they are studying, for that only we calculate PO attainment. Then these POs are correlated to PEOs, P1, PEO2 and so on, PEO5, total 5. Then PEO attainment is from POs attainment, but this is calculated after 4 to 5 years of the graduation. Okay, so once BTech 4th year is over, then after 4 years, that means from the date of admission it will come around 8 to 9 years. Then you have to calculate this PEOs, then vision attainment, vision attainment. So approximately to calculate vision attainment, it takes 10 years from the date of student admitted in the first year. So after 10 years, if vision attainment is reached, whatever process we are doing is correct. Otherwise, either modify the process or change the vision. So this is the entire process. Then some more interesting thing, for internal attainment, EC department is following our own average. So every student will perform and total submit and divided by number of students. So that itself the threshold for the internal exam. So what is the threshold for internal exam is average of the class mark. What is the threshold for external exam is a fixed threshold, that is 55%. Indirect attainment, again it is different. So internal, external, indirect. Internal exam, number of levels are 0, 1, 2, 3. External also 0 to 3, indirect also 0 to 3. But these percentage ranges are different. If 60% of the students below the class average, then level 0. If 60 to 70% of the students are above the class average, then level 1. Like that it is done. External fixed threshold of 55. So 50 to 65% of the students scored above 55 marks, then it is level 1. If 65 to 80% of the students scored above 55%, then it comes under level 2. So this is how it is done. Internal range different, external range different, indirect range is different. Then what do you mean by levels? How many levels are there? Here levels we have done 0 to 3. Are they fixed in number? Not necessary. You need not follow up to 3 only. You can go up to 5. You can go up to 8. Okay. So student got 80 to 100, we are calling level 3. So more range is there. If you go for level 5 system, 90 to 100 will be level 5. So like that. So more improvement will come when you increase the range of or a number of levels. Who will decide on how many levels we have to follow? Who will decide? Is the NBA board will decide, or institution will decide, or a department will decide? This is institute or department will decide. Nowhere concerned with the NBA committee. Who are the stakeholders to find out the attainment? So this indirect attainment is calculated based on the feedback of the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Exit survey, alumni feedback, parent survey, board of governing survey, industry. So exit survey means, at the time of leaving the BTech course, we have to take the feedback. So take feedback during 4-2 before second mid exam, because at that time they are freely available, better take at that time. Alumni feedback is take feedback 3 to 4 years after they left the college, not immediately after 3 to 4 years. This is alumni feedback. Parent survey, take the feedback from parents of that particular batch. Board of governing survey, principal office will take once every year and send to concerned department. Then industry, placement officer will take from HR people, and that information they transfer to concerned department. So department, whoever is involving in this attainment process, they get the data, and the questions are different. Exit survey questions different, alumni feedback questions different. So set of questions already prepared by the institution. Those questions will be sent to them. They give the feedback. Based on those marks, convert in terms of percentage and calculate the indirect. According to these ranges, levels will be decided, and PO attainment is based on direct and indirect. So this is indirect. Direct is based on internal and external exam. So internal exam marks are involved, external is involved, and exit survey, alumni, all these 5 stakeholders also involved in finding PO attainment. With the help of PO attainment, we go for PEO, then mission and vision. This is the entire process of attainment. So internal attainment, external attainment, how exactly doing? So every department, every individual faculty, they are aware of it, how they are doing. So that part I am not doing. So this is additional overview of the concept everyone should know. So I hope this is useful. If there is any doubt, please call me or put in comment. Thank you very much.